What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another Madden 17 online game. We have gone over 31 of the 32 teams for our preview series for the upcoming NFL season. This is the last part of the series, and we will be going over the New England Patriots. Year after year, the Patriots are always considered one of the favorites to win the Super Bowl, to at least to come out of the AFC. Because no matter what kind of roster they have, as long as they have Tom Brady, and as long as they have Bill Belichick, and they always have good coordinators around, they're going to make a playoff. They're going to make the playoffs. They're going to win the AFC East, and they're going to make a playoff push. You're not just going to eliminate these guys. This year, the Patriots have talent all over the place. All over the place. This is one of the best teams of the Brady-Belichick era. And it's coming late in Tom Brady's career. It's crazy that a team with a 40-year-old quarterback is considered by many as the favorites to win the Super Bowl this year. But that is exactly what it is in New England to me. I think the Patriots have got to be the favorites. In order to be the champs, you got to beat the champs. And that little saying could not be more true this year because, you know, Patriots have done, like, their resume speaks for itself, all right? I don't got to tell you guys what it's all about, all right? They just won their 5th Super Bowl of the Brady-Belichick era. But looking at this roster, obviously Tom Brady's on the team, and Tom Brady is still playing at a ridiculously good level. And even if there's some sort of drop-off with Tom Brady this year, you got to think that Tom Brady's still going to be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL until he's not. The running back position, they let go of LeGarrette Blount, but you know what? Their running game wasn't even that good anyways last year. So it's not a big loss to lose LeGarrette Blount. And they still have a lot of good running backs that they could rotate around. They got Gillislee, and I thought that was a steal getting him from the Bills. I thought that the Bills should have kept him. Then they got James White, who, you guys remember his Super Bowl performance. And Brady wasn't the MVP of the Super Bowl. James White was that guy. They got Rex Burkhead from the Cincinnati Bengals, and he's a good receiving back for them. And then they got Dion Lewis still on the roster. And Dion Lewis, if you guys remember, he was a sensation a couple of seasons ago. Injuries have kind of robbed him of what he once was, but he's still on the roster, and that's like their 4th-string running back, so they're really deep at that position. The wide receiver spot, they're like 5 deep at that spot. They got Malcolm Mitchell they drafted last year. They got Chris Hogan in free agency. Picked up Amendola. Julian Edelman is, you know, one of the better, like, he's one of those guys that just defines New England Patriots football. You know, there's a couple of guys on the roster. When you look at Brady, when you look at Edelman, you think of Ninkovich, who's now retired. But when you think about Rob Ninkovich, that's Patriots football. You think of Malcolm Butler, Patriots football. Just those guys that, you know, they just compete. The Patriots are just a team that compete, and, you know, that's something that, you know, definitely is instilled by the coaching staff. But yeah, getting back to the team, they also got Brandon Cooks. They also got Brandon Cooks. They didn't get many draft picks this year because they kind of wheeled and deal with a couple of teams. They picked up Coney Ealy from the Panthers. They picked up Brandon Cooks from the Saints. And, you know, Brady's deep ball might not be what it once was because he's 40 years old, but that thing is still not too shabby. And you got Brandon Cooks. And you also got Gronk, who you see on the screen, scoring a touchdown. Gronkowski's health is definitely one of the concerns of the Patriots, and we got to see how that rolls this year. Last year, they had a great insurance policy with Martellus Bennett. This year, they tried to do the same thing, getting an insurance policy by getting Dwayne Allen. And what the Patriots do like their 2 tight end sets. But, I mean, this year, with the amount of wide receiver depth they have, they might just, you know, hope Gronk is healthy. And if anything, try to protect Gronk throughout the year and try not to abuse Gronkowski and just make sure he's healthy for that Super Bowl run. And, I mean, they didn't need Gronkowski last year, but they definitely would like to have Gronk healthy because he's, you know, probably the best tight end in the NFL otherwise. So that's the offensive side of football. Oh yeah, by the way, the offensive line. The offensive line, you know, that was one of the major reasons why they lost to the Broncos a couple of seasons ago in the AFC Championship game. They've definitely rebuilt that offensive line. They've lost guys like Logan Mankins. They lost Vollmer. But now they have Marcus Cannon and Nate Soldier, one of the better tackle duos. You got Tooney and Shaq Mason inside. Shaq Mason had a big-time, you know, breakout year last year. They got David Andrews at the center spot. So there's, you know, they basically rebuilt this thing and said, all right, you know, Tom Brady only needs is like not even 2 seconds to throw the football, and the offense line didn't give it to him a couple of seasons ago. Now they got it, and that's just going to make that offense that much more deadly. Now you got all of these guys that can beat man coverage. You got, you know, throw Edelman in the slot, throw Cooks out wide, whether it's Hogan or Mitchell or Amendola, whoever you want. Then we go to the defensive side of football, and it's not, you know, a bunch of world beaters on the defensive end, but you guys know with Bill Belichick, he's a great defensive mind. He always has the best game plans for certain games, offensively and defensively. The Patriots always just come out with game plans that, you know, seem to be a step ahead of the league, and Matt Patricia as well, the defensive coordinator. But yeah, they got a ton of talent on the defensive side of football too, don't get me wrong. You look at their secondary, they got Patrick Chung, they got McCourty, who played fantastic once again last year. He's, definitely been one of the staples of that defense. They also got Duron Harmon, who, plays a lot of snaps, and he's pretty solid contributor. So they're 3 deep at the safety spots. They're at least 3 deep at the cornerback spot because you got Malcolm Butler. They got Stephen Gilmore from the from the Buffalo Bills, and we'll see if Gilmore in a Patriots scheme can have a big time year, because Gilmore, he's had potential to be a really good cornerback, but he's never exactly reached that pedestal of being one of the best corners in the NFL. Maybe with the Patriots and with Malcolm Butler and Eric Rowe nearby and the safety help that he has, we'll see if Gilmore can really have that big time year, because there's never a time for him to do good. This is it. And I mentioned Eric Rowe, and Eric Rowe, they kind of just stole Eric Rowe. I don't know what the Eagles just gave up on him, but they have Eric Rowe, and he's just solid. He's a young player. He has a potential to be solid. We'll see how he does, if he can handle more snaps this season, but I don't know why the hell they even got rid of him in the first place. So they do that, and then you look at their front 7 on the defensive side of the football, also really good. Not to rave on the Patriots or anything like that, but just looking at their team, it's the best when you look at depth, when it's best to look at coaching staff, it's the best when you look at quarterback, and it's got to make them the Super Bowl favorites this year. They got Trey Flowers, they got Lawrence Guy, they picked up Coney Ely. Alan Branch has been a really solid run defender for a couple. Actually, I think Alan Branch is on the pup list right now, but I really don't know his injury situation. But let's say he's healthy. He's been really good. They got Malcolm Brown, who, they drafted a couple years ago. He's slowly coming through. Like I said, there's really not much to have in the draft. Last year's draft class, we're hoping Tooney can be better. We'll see if Cyrus Jones gets more playing time, because, he was kind of in and out last year. And Malcolm Brown, the first-round pick for 2015, he's definitely had a breakout year. So, Patriots, they're a deep team, all right? They're a very deep team. And they're probably going to be a Super Bowl. And you know what? I don't cheer for the Patriots or anything like that. I'm like, let's go Patriots. They're not really my favorite team, right? I'm from New York, so there's really no habit of rooting for Boston teams, but I don't really dislike the Patriots either. I don't like the Red Sox. That's probably the one Boston team that I really don't like, but, the Patriots, they just, they're in a different conference from the Giants, so I really don't care, but nonetheless, and I don't really root for the Patriots, but I think it's really, as a sports fan, one of my favorite things being a sports fan is trying to witness greatness as it happens right in front of us. While it's happening live, seeing someone that you can say in 25 years, I watched him play live. Definitely never got to watch Michael Jordan play live or something like that. Never got to see Joe Montana, but, I'm going to be happy in 25 years to say I got to watch Tom Brady play. I got to watch LeBron James play. 2 of the best ever in the game. I got to watch some of Kobe Bryant. I got to watch Peyton Manning play. And it's when you think about it that way, and you really can appreciate the Patriots as a team and what they've accomplished, and especially Tom Brady as an individual, just how much effort he puts in, how much hard work he puts in. We all know about how he takes care of his body. His work ethic is unparalleled. His just passion for the game, his passion for winning, and is almost unparalleled. Because you see Brady always just getting hyped on the sidelines, slapping his teammates' helmets after they score touchdowns, yelling on the sidelines when there's a big situation in the game. And despite all of that, Tom Brady's still one of the most humble players out there, where he doesn't view himself as above anyone or say, all right, this is my job. I'm the quarterback of the Patriots. He goes out there and he earns it every single time. And I think that's just what makes the Patriots great. And it just makes you appreciate the team a lot more. And that's why, the Patriots win the Super Bowl. I really wouldn't mind it. I think it would be, it wouldn't be great, but, just appreciating what they're doing out there, it would definitely be legendary, would be the right word. It would be legendary. They could pull it out again. And, they definitely are the favorites in the AFC. And when the Super Bowl comes, you never know what can happen, because the NFC has a lot of really good teams out there. So that's the Patriots preview. Leave a like on the video if you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. If you guys think the Patriots are going to miss the playoffs, you guys can let me know why, I guess. Patriots fans, let me know how you're feeling this year. Definitely looking like a good squad. If you guys hate the Patriots, you guys can also say that as well, because I definitely showed them a lot more love than any other team. So if you guys want to, try to bounce it down, show some hate in the comment section, go ahead. But that's the 32-team preview series, man. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll catch you guys next time.